We are at the dawn of exciting times. Verdant Ride is about to hit its 1,000th subscriber. In the history of all of the YouTube shows I've ever been in charge of, none of them didn't totally take off as long as we got to 1,000 subscribers and put out consistent quality. So I'm excited about that. I took a look at our stats, and today it would appear as though we are the fastest growing YouTube channel that uses eFoil and eFoiling as its primary category and key search term. I have been thinking a lot about what makes Verdant Ride different than other shows. What's our niche? What do we do better? There's lots of eFoil shows, which is good. The more, the better, frankly. The more people there are getting that message out, the bigger this community gets, the more ubiquitous eFoiling becomes, the easier it is for other people to bump into it and access it and realize it's not some kind of freaky, weird unicycle thing. It's legit. So that's good. What can I do to make sure that Verdant Ride is a valuable resource to its audience so that it's worth the time you spend watching it? And I think here are the things that I can do that aren't copying the efforts of others. I am an independent, truly independent, in the sense that I don't sell boards. I'm not sponsored by boards. And so I have no financial interest of any kind in any board or really hardly anything other than the occasional accessory. I think it's important that Verdant Ride remains independent. eFoils, I think that's a particular situation where I must remain neutral. I will demo boards. I'll ride any board, really. And I will be very honest about it. And I will say what parts of it are crap and what parts of it are great. And I'll work really hard to find all the ways that it might lack and all the ways that it rocks, so that everyone can know what to look for when they're considering that board. I'm in the middle of the integrity trials where I'm writing board companies. I'm asking for demos, and I don't know what's going to come of that. It would be really good for me to demo 4 brands in particular: the newest stuff from Lyft, the newest stuff from Flight, the newest stuff from C-Fly, and the newest, fastest, lightest stuff from Waydo. I think those are right now the 4 brands that are doing the most to hit 4 very specific type of eFoil owner. I'm most interested in those 4 brands. I'm actually more interested maybe than I've ever been in like a Stellar X from C-Fly than I am in, say, trying an inflatable board from Flight. I want to know how good they can get and how low of a price point they can get it at in those performance boards, smaller, lighter. And I've got a suspicion that I think a lot of my audience that hasn't bought yet, that watches and I can just tell there's so many people with their finger on the trigger. They're waiting to know that investment's going to be okay. It's a lot of money to risk on something that you're buying, hoping that it's going to bring a ton of enjoyment to your life. I get that. And it's scary to think you might be investing in the wrong platform. I get asked that question a lot. I get asked a lot about C-Fly, my opinion on C-Fly and Waydo. And so far, although it's been a while since I've ridden anything from Waydo, my opinion's not been good. I didn't enjoy my time on it. I found those earlier boards were very hard to steer. They just didn't carve right. They just didn't sound right. They just didn't feel right. And I know that I pretty much, like, the only way you're going to enjoy that experience, what I experienced, is if you're looking to pretty much go straight and hold a beer, right? In which case, get a sup, they're cheaper. What I've ridden from Waydo is not high performance. And I keep hearing stuff about their boards. And yeah, I get called a snob a lot because I'm like, no, man, I think they're Huffies, I want to ride a Cannondale. At any price point, what I've tried so far from Waydo, and it's been a couple of years, since I've ridden it. It was not up to, at any price point, up to any standard I would have for what an eFoil should ride like. I should try what their newer stuff is. So I get asked that question a lot. What else is I actually took a look through my stats and I was like, well, what is the most asked question that I'm asked more often on all the different platforms where people ask me questions? And right around 300 of you over the years I've done this show have asked me this question: how fast are you going? And I have such a pitiful answer to that. I often don't know. Even when I ride with my my watch on it, it can tell me what my fastest was in that session. It can tell me my average, but I don't really know. Like, people are watching my video and they're wanting to know how fast I was going at that certain point. I really thought about that a lot. I was like, how can I do that? How can I show them that and be accurate about it? So I started investigating. And I got sent the newest Insta360 X5, which is supposed to have a feature that allows you to add stats over the top of your video. So I recorded a bunch. I hit my Apple Watch and I said, surfing session workout. I recorded a bunch, come back, and the only thing it got was my heart rate and my inclination, like what my tilt was and my altitude, all this worthless information that no one cares about. And I was like, why is that happening? Well, then I found out that surfing, the workout mode, the workout routine on the Apple Watch for surfing doesn't record speed for some reason. It'll get speed for swimming, but not for surfing. Finally got their app working, and you have to do it all on your phone, which is annoying because I produce on desktop because I'm a serious producer. I don't use my phone for editing videos and putting graphics on videos. And I thought it was very, very limiting, and it just didn't work that well. I did not get a sense that it was all that accurate. So I started looking for professional applications that would allow me to add this to my videos. And I came across a application called Telemetry Extractor and Telemetry Overlay. Well, Telemetry Overlay will pull, it's called GPX data. It's whatever your device can pull, and it can pull it from just about any device. Apple Watch, your phone, drones. It can pull it from Garmin devices. It can pull it from all sorts of devices I've never even heard of. And it can pull it from a bunch of different kind of software applications like Water Speed or, the workout app. Or I thought the pricing was a little crazy on that. And they wanted over $300 for that. And I'm like, what? That's crazy. Why? It seems like a very simple thing to do, to pull metrics from a device you already own using software you already own. Then I tried the free demo, and it was so bad. It was so limiting. You have to load your video in there, put the graphics on, which you have very little control over, and then export it using whatever formats they allow. And I was like, this is not a professional setup. Like, I work in 10-bit ProRes. I keep my video in very high-end formats, and then I compress it down for YouTube and whatever other venues it's going to play at. The idea that I would start with a garbage format with not great-looking graphics I didn't make, I'm like, I do not like this at all. I'm not going to pay over $300 for this and be this limited. How hard could it possibly be? So I took a look at these data files that come off the phone that record, your latitude, longitude over time and other metrics. And I looked at it. I think I got this. So I cracked open Python and started hacking away at it. And about 2 or 3 hours later, I had a simple speedometer running really quite accurately in real time. I can now give my audience my speeds for my runs. And then as I thought about it, I was like, gosh, I did a lot of investigating, a lot of trying, a lot of different applications, a lot of different solutions. And I just can't believe how crappy the apps are that do it and how expensive they are. And like, they're all monthly subscriptions, or they're just a really expensive annual licensing fee or something. And I was like, this is crazy. how is this not just built into Adobe and into, CapCut and everything? It should be. And I thought, well, crap, I already got this working. I got the script working. It's pretty simple. How about I just give it to everyone that wants it? It didn't cost me much to make. Didn't take me long to make. And that's kind of where I figured out what Verdant Ride's niche is, or at least one of them. I should take my knowledge of eFoiling and what I learn about eFoiling and share it with my audience. I should blend that with my knowledge and what I learn about production, and I should give that to my audience. That way, I'm duplexing what I'm trying to accomplish here at Verdant Ride. I'm doing my core goal, giving good content to people interested in eFoiling, helping progress the sport along. And then I'm also helping everyone else who's also trying to do the same thing, just produce better content. So started by releasing a show about getting better audio quality, because that's a place where I see most people's shows could improve. Then I will be making a show about how to capture great handheld and hip-mounted video using action cams, specifically the Insta360. So I think it's the best camera for production. Then I'm going to do a drone show. Then I'm going to talk about editing. I'm going to talk about content creation in general. I'm going to try to help eFoiling content get better. So I'm hoping that I can be a resource for these two groups, and in it, I hope that makes eFoiling better.